times when the opposing party may question the validity or the reliability of the findings of the midterm examiner. What would be some of these reasons? And what if they really find that there are some questionable results to that finding? How then do they proceed with the trial?
Well, it's an interesting question. Thankfully, thus far, I've not had that issue come up. These things do occur, and that's why it's important that when you're assessing injuries or what you think are injuries, that there are supporting evidence to help you with that. So, for instance, many times one of the most confusing things for the death investigation system are infant deaths. So, there's a 3-month-old child with a skull fracture. Is it from a fall? Is it from a drop? Or is it from somebody smashing the child's head against the floor? We get those often. And so it is, trying to determine the difference. I mean, the cause of death is easy, right? It's one person to the head. The manner of death is incredibly difficult because can children fall and sustain a skull fracture? Yes. Can children be smacked on the head and not sustain any skull fractures? Yes. So it depends on the number of injuries in the child, whether there's a pattern of remote injuries in the child to establish a pattern of abuse. We have to determine what the police know about the caregivers, whether they have a pattern of abuse, whether there have been any infant deaths in that family before, what child family services they know. So oftentimes, again, you have to bring all of the investigators to bear on a particular case, because the cause, easy, not a problem. It's the circumstances that have to be teased apart. And sometimes we just don't know. And instead of just saying, well, I get a pretty good feeling it's a homicide. Great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But what you can prove? And if I can't prove that this is a homicide, I have to back off and say, I don't know. It could be, it may not be. And I have to entertain both sides of it. Because I guarantee you that when I go on the stand, if there are any questions, they will be raised. And if I haven't thought about that, the validity of that particular autopsy report is going to be completely questioned. So just like when you're defending a master's or PhD thesis or dissertation, you have to have all that information. And if you don't, your autopsy report isn't worth very much. So it's something that we think about all the time. And so there's a great deal of discipline and humility, I believe, that goes into preparing that document to make sure that whatever you say is supportable and that you've entertained all of the different facets of that particular event.